Okay guys, let's talk about Evolve. Now at launch, there seemed to be no middle ground with the user reviews. It was either praising it as the best thing ever, or damning it as the most terrible game in existence. Most of that damning being over the DLC system and it being a multiplayer-only game.
Why does that sound familiar?
Anyway, because of this, the game actually turned to a free-to-play model recently to try to revitalize the player base. But did it do enough? Why don't we take a look at what all was wrong with the game and see how the shift to free-to-play improved it as we find the bright side of Evolve. So let's start out with the biggest problem this game had, and still has, the bugs.
Oh god, how did that get past QA?
I don't even know, but back to the point, the game still has a few visual bugs like that lurking around, but for the most part they're more disturbing than game-breaking. What was really bad for the game was that it had no story mode despite the fact that they have plenty of backstory and character connections in the game. It would have seemed like it would be very easy to add on some kind of campaign for the game, but they couldn't figure out a way to make it work.
Much like you in this series.
Shut it, X. The other bit that was a bit of an odd choice was the progression system of the original game. It locked the other hunters and monsters behind a progression wall where you had to complete all of the previous person's first set of challenges.
What? But that's just pointless busy work!
Which is exactly how it came off. Instead of being interesting or rewarding, it felt like this $60 game was making us work harder than we should have had to in order to unlock the other characters. But that was then and this is now. Let's look at how the shift to free-to-play has positively affected the game.
At least this time you didn't have a terrible joke leading into that.
Hey, I don't do that all the time, right? Anyway, the free-to-play shift led to them making the game faster paced so skirmishes happen much more frequently, which is fantastic because the base hunting gameplay is such an interesting theme to me, particularly the need for the hunters to think about where the monster is going rather than where it's been.
It's cute that you think people actually care about what you find interesting.
Do you want to go back to the Void, X? Because I can make that happen.
Fine, but can you just get on with it already?
Now, aside from the base gameplay, I thought all of the character designs were interesting and diverse as well, with my particular favorite being Griffin. Doesn't he remind you of someone? Now, as I said earlier, even though they didn't create any kind of story mode for the game, you do get a lot of backstory simply through character interactions in the dropship before a match, some of which are absolutely hilarious, particularly anything with Emmett.
Unique in which I will rip your face off and wear it like a hat!
But all in all, I think the shift to free-to-play was actually what this game needed to evolve.
I knew you would make a terrible joke at some point. Have you no shame?
None at all, X. None at all. But that's all for now, everyone. I would love to hear what all your thoughts are on the game, so let me know what you think down in the comments below. And remember that if you do have a game that you want brightened up, you can leave a suggestion for an episode down below as well. Hope you all enjoyed this video and let that like and subscribe button feel the love. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and until next time, keep gaming.